Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. It's been a while, 2 weeks I think. Work has been crazy, a lot of work. And I was supposed to be home 3 hours ago. It is now 7 p.m. I just got home. And that's the thing, I've been getting home at like 6, 7 p.m. The lighting's not that good. My camera, has a hard time focusing. And that's why I'm using my phone. The quality is not the best, and because of that I decided not to film anything last week or the week before. And today I said, you know what, I'm done with it. I care about the quality of my videos, but at the same time I don't think that's a priority. So really sorry, but hopefully it will be okay. I just wanted to say hello. I want to review Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I'm behind on my reviews. I have a lot of books to review. It's been really hard for me to stop, sit down, prepare a video, film a video and upload it. It's just, I haven't had the time. And it sucks because this is my hobby and I want to do this, and sometimes I can't. But you just have to accept it. And today I decided, you know what, I'm going to film a video. So sorry about the quality, but let's work with it. If you have seen the title, you probably know that I also want to do a Q&A announcement. So I asked on Instagram for questions because I wanted to film a Q&A, and I got a few, but I just, don't know if you guys on YouTube want to ask me anything. Maybe you don't follow me on Instagram and you didn't see that story. I posted an Insta story asking for questions. So if you have any questions, let me know down below, or just go to my Instagram. It will be linked in the description box, and send me a message there. I would love to get more questions. I got quite a few, so I'm really happy. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know I'm planning on doing Q&A. So if you have any questions about anything, just let me know. And I'm going to film that very soon. Very excited because, I didn't know if people were going to ask me anything. But today we are here to review Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I read this in July. We are almost in October. So, and I didn't plan this review that well, honestly, because I didn't have the time, but I just want to do it. I'm going to be honest with you, this was not my favorite. Out of the 3 Jane Austen novels that I've read, including this one, my favorite is still Persuasion. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to participate in the read-along for Pride and Prejudice because I told you on my TBR video that I wanted to do that. But July ended up being crazy because we had to plan the new school year, and because of COVID, we just had a lot of work, like extra work. I didn't get to read Pride and Prejudice, and apparently everybody loves that book. But right now, Persuasion is still my favorite. This one was not bad, like I don't hate this book, but I have to be honest, I was really bored, for most of it. This is about Eleanor and Marianne Dashwood. They're sisters. When I talked about this book on my TBR video, I said that this was about 2 sisters, and it is because they are like the protagonists. But they have a third sister, Margaret. She's 13 years old, and I don't know, I think she talks like 2 or 3 times. And she's not important at all. I have no idea why she's there. Honestly, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think Margaret was that important. I don't really know why she had a role to begin with. This is about Eleanor and Marianne, the 2 sisters. So Eleanor, she represents sense, and Marianne represents sensibility. So she's very emotional. And this is just about... It's hard to explain the plot because I don't think there's like a whole lot of plot. When the novel begins, their father, Mr. Dashwood, passed away, and they didn't have a lot of money because Mr. Dashwood had a son during his first marriage, and he was supposed to get everything. So their older stepbrother, John Dashwood, if I'm not mistaken, helped them, but they were not really welcome at his estate anymore because Mr. Dashwood's wife really didn't like Mrs. Dashwood and her daughters. So they felt very unwelcome, and then they decided to move. He helped them with some money. They were expecting more. So they move into a cottage in the country, and basically this is just about their life there. There they meet Sir John Middleton and Lady Middleton. I think Mrs. Dashwood knew Sir John before, but right now I don't know. And basically he's just the type of person that loves to have people over. He's constantly asking them to go there and have dinner at his house. He wants them to meet all of his friends, and Lady Middleton is not thrilled, but she's fine with it. Okay, my husband loves this, so let's just have people over. They struggle a little bit in terms of money, or so they say. That's something, again, that I didn't quite understand. They move into a cottage, and after their father's death, their stepbrother helped them, but obviously he has a lot more money. And they talk about being poor, but they still have servants. It's really weird. I mean, if you can still afford 3 servants, I would say that, you still have some money. But, who am I? They meet a lot of people there, like really quirky, interesting characters. One of them was John Willoughby, and Marianne falls in love with him, and supposedly they were about to get married, or rather announce their engagement. He has this problem, however. He convinces girls that he's interested in them, but then he's not really interested in them. He's actually dating somebody else, or not in this case, just trying to get married with somebody else who has a lot more money than them. And so Marianne has to deal with that. I don't want to go into detail because basically that's the plot. It's about them meeting people and being involved with people outside of their social status. Some of them really, really enjoy their company, the Dashwoods company. But nevertheless, you still see a lot of social commentary in the fact that they're rich, they're richer, and they still whine about not having enough money, and I spend so much money because I just bought a house and I need to take care of it and stuff like that. So basically we follow that social commentary, and we follow the girls falling in love and having to deal with heartbreak. I wasn't too excited about this book, to be honest. It was a struggle to get through this. I have to say, for like 100 pages, it's all about them going to Sir John Middleton's house to have dinner. And that's something that I want to talk about. These people don't know how to say no. He goes to their house and says, oh, you have to come to my house and have dinner because this person, that person are going to be there and I want you to meet them. Oh, but we had dinner there yesterday. Yeah, but you have to be there again today. And they don't really want to go, but at the same time, they can say no. Obviously, that was being polite at the time. You wouldn't make excuses because these people want you to be there and they enjoy your company. But at the same time, I mean, that's exhausting. Having to say yes all the time. I'm the type of person that just hates that. Like, I'm fine with going somewhere to dinner, but if I had to do it every day, if I had to say yes to this person every day because they're inviting me over and I have to go and I have to make like small talk. Their mother actually comes up with excuses every once in a while, and Eleanor and Marianne have to go on their own, and it gets to a point they're just frustrated. Lady Middleton ends up not being really nice. At first they thought that Lady Middleton was just someone really quiet, but in fact she doesn't really like the sisters, and it's a type of relationship that I try to stay away from. Like, I would hate to have to be nice to people just because. And sometimes you have to do that because that's life, but not like this. I mean, if people were inviting me over every other day, I would go crazy. And because of that, the book was really boring because part of it is just that. It's just them going to Sir John's house. Also, I want to talk about Marianne. So Marianne is super emotional. I don't understand how people love Marianne. I've seen videos of people talking about Sense and Sensibility, and they always say that their favorite is Marianne. How? How is Marianne your favorite? She's constantly whining and she's just so, oh my God, stuck up. She's seriously stuck up. Her older sister is just trying to look after her and she's talking to her. She's being polite. She's showing concern. And Marianne just wants to show that she's superior. And, you know, you don't understand anything. And this is my life. And this is how I'm doing things. And I don't have to tell you. This is top secret. I mean, talk about a teenager. Because Marianne is 16. Even though they're not perfect, I don't understand how people like Marianne. And she's always talking about, you know, the picturesque and the arts. And, you know, she's just stuck up. When she goes through heartbreak, her sister is there for her, even though she was obnoxious and she was rude and hostile. And Eleanor is still there for her. And that's, you know, just, I couldn't really see Marianne doing the same thing. If Eleanor was going through the same, I couldn't really see Marianne doing the same thing. I think she would say, you know what, you were not very nice when I tried to help you, so now deal with it. And that's why I don't really understand why people like Marianne that much. Still about Marianne, and because she was just so obnoxious, and I don't really think she changed that much. Maybe she needed to change her ways and be more of a grown-up. Because I don't think she did that. She didn't go through that change. I don't really understand her happy ending. She insulted this person who fell in love with her from the moment he saw her and always tried to make sure that she was okay. And even though she basically said that she would never, ever, ever be with him, it didn't like he wasn't stalking her. He wasn't like forcing her to be in love with him, but he wanted to show that, you know, he still cared for her. He was doing it not just because he loved her, you know, as a romantic interest, but he really wanted her to be okay. And he really cared for her, and he was really concerned, and he wanted to help. And she was horrible. She was horrible to him, so I don't really understand her happy ending. I just think that Marianne should have changed a lot more as a character after what happened, in order to deserve that happy ending. You know what I mean? My favorite part of this was the social commentary. Sisters are friends with people from a higher social status, and there's a lot of social commentary about that. Not just the fact that they spend money on everything, but also when, you know, they complain about, oh, I don't actually have a lot of money because I just bought this and that, and I have so many servants. Oh my God, I'm practically broke. They're just overreacting, and I just found that to be interesting. I really love Jane Austen's commentary. I think that's always spot on. But in terms of the plot, I mean, I just think this one was very, very slow. Even though Persuasion is also slow paced, I was really intrigued about the plot. But when it comes to Sense and Sensibility, part of it is just about dinner parties. And nothing was happening for I don't know how many chapters. Like, maybe I didn't appreciate it that much because I was just so busy with work. And maybe I'm being really harsh on this book, but that's how I feel right now. I'll definitely reread it in the future because I would love to read all of Jane Austen's books and then go back and read from the beginning and annotate. So I'll get to this again. It wasn't amazing, I have to say. So far, my favorite is Persuasion, then Emma, and then Sense and Sensibility. But I do need to read Pride and Prejudice because everybody says that that's their favorite book. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to this July, but who knows, maybe soon. I do have the ebook, so who knows. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking around. Hello to all my new subscribers. And that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Comment, like, subscribe, the whole thing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.